Hi, ladies. It's Holly and Jenny. We are so happy that all of you are hopefully having a good week and learning lots, and you enjoyed the famous video. I wish we would have been in class with you guys to talk about the video, watch it with you, answer all your questions. But we want to make sure that you are getting your questions answered this week, even though we can't be with you in person. So this is the next best thing. Looking at a lot of your comments, I am so happy to hear that you guys watched the video. A lot of you watched it with your parent, your mom. It looks like there's a lot of great support at home, and that makes me super excited. A lot of you said the video was really informational, that you learned a lot. Some of you didn't have very many questions, excuse me, and some of you did have a few questions. Biggest thing we want you guys to remember is that your parents are your best source of information. Remember, they've been through this, especially the moms, the aunts, the grandmas. They're all women. They know how their body changes in those physical ways. They've been across that bridge. Okay, so keep in mind that those are going to be your best resources. Some of you said you talked to your older sisters about this. That is awesome. Your sisters can be a great source of information. But again, they haven't been through it all like your mom or maybe a grandma or an older female adult. Okay, so keep in mind, even if you're talking to those older sisters, include your moms. Have a discussion. Watch the video again together. Ask them all those fun questions about how your body's going to change, how you're going to change socially, things with your friends. Maybe you even start liking people. Another big way that we change as we cross that bridge is the emotional ways. I had a question about mood swings. Anyone ever feel like they get mood swings? Like you wake up in the morning and you're super happy, and then by lunchtime you feel like crying, you don't really know why, and then sometimes by dinner you're so angry you could like punch someone. Okay, that is totally normal. As we cross the bridge, we all have mood swings. All right, ladies, unfortunately, sometimes it seems like we have more mood swings than the boys. Okay, is there any way to predict those mood swings? Not necessarily. And sometimes before our period, those mood swings can seem even worse. It's okay. It's normal. Okay. Biggest things to remember are we got to take care of ourselves, right? We got to take care of that physical part of us. So a lot of you had some questions about periods. I know, the dreaded period. Okay. So Holly's going to answer some of those questions now before we end. Okay. So take it away, Holly.
All right. Thanks, Jenny. So here's the deal, ladies. We are all going to get periods. I hate to tell you that, but it's going to happen. And then you know what? It's going to be totally okay. So all women are going to experience this. They all will get their periods. Some of you even mentioned, and I thank you so much for sharing, that you've actually even started your period. And that is awesome. That just means that you are already on that bridge, right? So you're already on your journey across the adolescence bridge, and it's going to be super, super awesome. I promise. Here's the other thing, like some of you may start changing, right, and seeing these changes as early as 8 years old. And I'm pretty sure all of you are older than 8, right? So I'm sure most of you have already started experiencing some of the physical changes. Some of you might have started already experiencing the emotional changes, right? Like Jenny said, your emotions are everywhere. One second you're laughing, then you're crying, then you're screaming, then you're crying, then you're laughing, and you don't even know what's happening. Those are all okay and normal, right? Same thing with your social side. You're starting to find interest in maybe dating somebody, right? Somebody's cute and they no longer have cooties. And all of those fun things, right? You want more of your independence and fun stuff like that. Same thing goes with the physical side of you. Your body is going to start changing. So you're going to get your period. You might notice that you're starting to get really tall. Fun fact, girls get taller before boys do. So, we start to notice that. You might notice that, hey, I started growing hair on my underarms and my legs, and you may want to start shaving. So here's the deal. If you've noticed that and you're like, hey, I'm ready to get rid of this, fuzzy stuff I got going on, that is awesome. Go ahead, though, and talk to your parents before you do that. Do not just try to start shaving and go to town. You need to talk to your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, whoever the trusted adult is that you want to talk to. And they will help you find the appropriate razor. They're going to help you find the right shape. And they're going to really kind of help you figure out what works best for you, right? And they're going to show you how to do it because you don't want to, get yourself with that razor. So make sure that you don't ever use anybody else's, that you're using your parent or getting your parents' permission, and they will show you how to use it. The other thing is, like we said, you're going to start your period. You will know that you started. There's going to be a couple signs beforehand. Before your period actually comes, which I think is one of the questions that we had, is like, how do you know if you're going to get it? What happens is just there's a couple different things that happen. You might start to notice that your breasts become a little tender. You might start noticing that there's some cramping around your stomach area. You might notice what we call discharge, which is just like a white or creamy that comes into your underwear. That just means that your body is getting ready to start its period. And then once it does, you will know that it is happening. And when we do that, we have a couple different things that we use. And I know that you talked about it in the video. There's what they call pads and there's what they call tampons, right? So we did have a question that somebody asked about tampons, and it said, what is a tampon? So a tampon basically is it almost looks like a tube sort of thing that is made of cotton that is actually used by a woman to help collect her period, right? So that actually, we say, it's best not to even use tampons until you're older, at least in high school. Much older, you get your parents' permission because you need to know how your body works before you start using those. So you don't have to start using them, but we do have to use at least pads, right? So pads they look just like, I think they showed in the video, right? So it's just like little thing that gets put on the inside of your underwear. The sticky part goes down, and that collects your period. And then you change it a couple times a day, right? And then make sure that we are showering. We need to shower every single day. We can no longer go every couple days. It is every single day we need to be taking a shower, especially during that time. And when you're in the shower, make sure you're scrub-a-dub-a-dubbing. Get everything, underneath the armpits, because you guys are going to start to get body odor as well. Not as stinky as the boys, but you still get body odor. So make sure that you are, using deodorant, that you're showering every day, and all of that fun stuff. And then we did actually have a couple people who said, what if I'm playing a sport and I start my period? So here's the deal. Pads go on your underwear, right? So your underwear is underneath your clothes, and nobody needs to know that you're wearing it. Nobody needs to know that you started your period, except your trusted adult, your parent. But what you do is you just make sure that you have a nice, free, clean, fresh pad that you put on before your sport, and then you can play through your sport, and then you can change it after. It should not, you really shouldn't leak through. But if you feel like you're getting close to oh no, maybe I need to change it again, just run and go to the bathroom and do that. Usually what we do is we suggest that you guys make a little kit that you can carry around with you, just like a cute little bag that you can't see through, and you put an extra pair of underwear and some pads in there, maybe some deodorant, throw that in there, and that'll help you guys as well. So
ladies, one thing I want to remind you is when you're at school, if you get your period or if you get it on the bus, just go to the nurse's office. She knows exactly what's going on. She has supplies of pads. And you can even call home and talk to mom if you needed to bring you an extra change of clothes. Okay?
Yeah. And you know what? Even if you're in class, you can still go up to the teacher and say, I really need to go to the nurses, or I need to go to the bathroom right now. And all your teachers, whether they're guys or girls, all your teachers know about this, and they understand that this is a time when these things are going to be happening. And so they are totally okay if you guys come up and say, I really need to go down to the nurse, and they're okay with that. So just when we get back in school, if that happens, go down there. The nurses have everything. Some teachers even have extra stuff. So, again, find that trusted adult at home and somebody that's at school that you can talk to about it. And then we had one other question that was, so how do you have a baby with your period? So here's the deal. Basically what it means is as you are growing up and becoming teenagers and then becoming young ladies, your body is basically saying, hey, I'm ready to become an adult, right? And that's when you start to notice the physical changes, your period, growing up, you're getting hair, getting body odor, you get pimples on your face, right? You're going to notice, again, those mood swings. You're going to notice your social side of you is changing. All of those things just basically say, hey, I'm ready and I'm becoming a woman, right? So our body is physically starting to become ready to have a baby, but we are not ready for many, many, many years to have a baby, right? Physically, yes, but all the other things in our life are not ready yet. So if you have any more questions about that, again, talk to your parents. They're your number one resource. They can answer a lot more questions about that stuff. And yeah, I think
That
Jenny, do
about
you have
covered
any other
all the
questions?
questions.
Perfect. So yeah, so here's the deal. We missed seeing you guys. I know we did kind of run into you in the hall here and there when we were at school together. But don't worry, we will actually see you for the next couple years. Jenny and I will be with you through 10th grade, actually. It is super awesome and super fun. But we are very, very excited that we got to at least meet you guys this year. Thank you so much for everything that you did, all the assignments that you did. Hopefully you learned something. If you still have questions, again, talk to your parents, or you may feel free to email us or put something in the classroom and we will answer them for you. So until next year, good luck with everything. Have a wonderful summer, guys, and we will see you soon.
Good luck. Have a great summer.